Well, welcome to the 2014 FIFA World Cup update, and as always, great to have you with us. Well, Nigeria were held to a goalless draw by Iran on Monday in their Group F encounter at the World Cup 2014. The African champions joined Ghana and Cameroon, who also failed to get 3 points from their opening matches. Nigerian fans were disappointed and urged their team to improve tactically.
The problem is that we didn't hold the ball and passes the balls. That is the problem. If our players will hold the ball and pass from one side to side, we score the goals. But
I'm sad because, going by, our track record, we won the Nation Cups, and what our team is doing, is in the top form. We need to win the match. It was very sad for us.
We need a Nigerian team should put more effort and understanding what the coach are saying, what the coach teach them, so that we can be able to win the World Cup.
We cannot underrate any nation now in terms of football. What I observed yesterday, I expect that Nigerians should develop more tactics so that they can press further. Because if you watch at the ball very well, you discover that from the initial stage, you see the Iran people, they don't want to move out.
Nigerian fans expressing their heartfelt emotions there. Now let's turn over our attention to Tumalo Mashladi and football analyst Anthony John Wayne for an in-depth look at more news.
Hello and welcome to the FIFA World Cup chat, your in-depth look at all the latest news, views and interviews from the showpiece in Brazil. I am Tumalo Mashladi, and in this edition, I'll be looking back at what went wrong for Ghana and Nigeria in their opening fixtures at the 2014 World Cup. I will also be looking ahead at Cameroon's next fixture against Croatia. Now, to help me unpack all these issues and more, I'm joined in studio by African football analyst Anthony John Wayne. Thank you very much, Anthony.
Thank you.
Right. Now, reaction has been pouring in following Ghana and Nigeria's opening World Cup matches. Much was expected from Stephen Keshi's star-studded Super Eagles, but the Nigerians could only manage a 0-0 draw against a resilient Iran. Nigeria was expected to win easily against the Iranians. Now, Anthony, where do you think Nigeria went wrong?
I'll definitely say we were playing other people's game. Nigerians normally used to just playing a calm, cool, and collected kind of game. They were pushing really high up the field, playing a little bit too fast-paced for me, and obviously not using all the wide men around. Biggest thing I found out from the game was just not communicating a lot of men forward. When we did have the chance to come into play, there was nobody in front. And you could see a lot of things that happened yesterday. Emmanuel Lemenike himself had to retract back a lot more to get the ball, but when he does get the ball, there's nobody right in front to obviously help him finish off in the final third.
Now, what do you think Stephen Keshi has to do planning forward to the next match?
I think he's just got to rally his boys and say, hey, guys, it's done and dusted. It was a draw. We can take a positive out of it. But going into the Bosnia and Herzegovina game, they got to look at how to play more the traditional 4-4-2, I think. Two men up front, and obviously I think the game is going to suit us a lot more because we're going to be a little bit under pressure. So when we do get the ball, we can move it a lot more faster, and we have the two wide men in Ahmed and Moses, so they can run other defenders because they can take men on really quickly and get past.
Now, John Obi Mikel, solid game. Does he have the support necessary? And you spoke about Victor Moses. Is he ready to lift his game to the world stage?
Absolutely. If you see his reaction yesterday when he was substituted, not a really good sight to behold. He wasn't too excited when he got substituted. You could see he really wanted to join in the play and obviously make a lot of difference. For me, John Obi Mikel just to gel a little bit with Onazi because they really didn't play the kind of game that all Nigerians expected of them yesterday.
Against Argentina, how do you call it quickly?
Against Argentina, I definitely think we're going to get a draw.
And Messi, he's been seen as the guy to lift his game for the World Cup, and this being his tournament, do you think that this would be the match where he would then take his game to the next level?
Against a more physical Nigerian side, I think he's going to battle a bit. That's just my personal opinion, I think. But you know, Messi being Messi, he's a master of the game, and it does just come to the fore when we always want him to.
Moving on to Ghana, what now for the Ghanaians?
They played a really good game, but again, they basked a little bit too much in the euphoria of what happened in the 82nd minute when they scored the goal. They relaxed a little bit and they got caught out. 3 minutes later, it was another goal against them. So I'd say if I were the coach of Ghana, I'll say relax, have to believe that you can win, because it had to do a lot more with belief.
Well, of the players here, Andre Ayew, Asamoah Gyan, they look like world beaters. Where would the coach be looking to make changes, or will he be sticking to the tried and tested?
Absolutely. You know what? If I were the coach, I'll play the three of them at the same time. Okay, leaving Kevin Prince Boateng on the bench yesterday wasn't such a smart move, I'd say. When he came in, a lot more chances got created. There was a lot more dynamics in the team. They created a lot more. There was a lot more, finesse in the way they were carrying out their play in the final third, which was really important, and that's how they obviously got the goal.
Let's look ahead now to what is bound to be an exciting clash at the FIFA World Cup. Croatia take on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon on Wednesday. Now, Anthony, what do you think is likely to be the outcome of this exciting match?
Definitely, as an African, I'll be very positive about Cameroon. Looking at the first game, they didn't do too badly. They just didn't create enough chances for me, I think. And I think they have to use Eto'o, who is perhaps the #1 engine room in that Cameroonian team, to a lot more use, let them play around him, let them give him the ball, because this guy really wants the ball all the time. And if you look at the way he reacts when they do lose the ball, you can understand that this guy wants a lot more for Cameroon. I think he has to be used a lot more.
Cameroon also have to prepare for Brazil following that fixture. Will the pressure be on for them to get the results now and then hope maybe to get a draw against Brazil? Because Brazil seem to be firing on all cylinders.
It really is going to depend on the game against Croatia, because they're not going to be under no pressures, and I think it's a lot more better playing without pressure. Brazil is going to be under pressure to obviously win, get a really good win against Cameroon. Cameroon side just going to sit back and watch what's going on in the first 15, 20 minutes, and obviously play on from there and see what's going to happen. But I really think if they put themselves together for the Cameroon that we know in Africa, I think they can definitely get a draw.
Isn't Cameroon a bit too one-dimensional, planning around Eto'o? Without Eto'o, what is the game plan?
I think they do have a couple of really exciting players as well on the white side. But the key thing is he is the man. It's just like Argentina. You can't take out Messi from Argentina. They interlocked and interwoven. That's just how the game goes. For Cameroon, it's about Eto'o.
Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of the World Cup Chat. Join us again, same time, same place, for more on the latest news, views, and interviews from the FIFA World Cup in Brazil.
Well, that'll do it for the World Cup wrap. We'll be right back here, same time tomorrow. Till then, take care.